Okay, let's try this again. Hello, can you hear me now? Okay, let's try this again. Hello, can you hear me? I'm gonna guess that that works. Wonderful. Okay, well, this is gonna be fun. I don't know what I'm doing, but thank you all for joining me in whatever this becomes. Okay, well, we have audio, we have video. Things are going so well already. I am going to be showing you all a game that I first encountered probably close to 10 years ago, called The Battle for Wesnoth. It's a fantasy turn-based strategy game set in the land of Wesnoth. It was the first game that I played where I realized that video game music is really stinking good. So you have that to look forward to. Beyond that, something really neat about the Battle for Wesnoth is that it is completely free and has been for the last forever. It is an open source game, which means that if you really like it and you want to develop things for the game, you can. You just go to wesnoth.org and you just get involved in the forums, and you can start working on the next versions of this game as it's constantly being updated, which I think is pretty neat. Yeah, so other than that, I'm gonna keep an eye on the chat, so if you want to say anything, just do it. Just do it. There aren't a lot of us, but that's okay. So without further ado, let's switch into the game. Oh, I am upside down. That's unfortunate. Okay, we fixed that. Hi, Maddie. How you doing? Suppose I should let you hear the music for this game. Please let me know if there's an imbalance in audio and the music's too loud or too quiet or what have you, and I can work to adjust that. Okay. For those of you who don't know, Maddie is my housemate, so when I reversed gravity real quick there, it did cause some damage, but I think we'll clean it all up tomorrow. There's not a whole lot of broken glass. Okay, so I'm going to be playing through the main single-player campaign, which is Heir to the Throne. It is 23 scenarios long, and we will all discover together what that means. I am going to, because this is a game that I have played a lot of in the past, I will be playing it on the challenging mode, and beyond that I will also make sure that I won't be reloading any. So if things go poorly, we just have to live with that and hope that we can recover somehow in the next scenario. If, however, if we lose, I haven't decided what we're going to do if we lose. I'm not sure if I'm doing an IRONMAN challenge or not. We're going to try really hard not to lose, and then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Which campaign is my favorite? Oh boy. There are so many. I do think... I think that Heir to the Throne is my favorite campaign. A lot of the others are shorter, so like A Tale of Two Brothers is only 4 scenarios, 9, 7, 8. Eastern Invasion is good, but Heir to the Throne is really nice because it exposes you to most of the different playable races. and it gives you a lot of unit diversity, and it introduces the story and the continent and all of the lore very well, and it's a very diverse group that you end up leading. All of the other campaigns tend to focus in on one specific group, or one small aspect of the lore, and which is really fun, but as sort of a holistic kind of thing, I really like the breadth of Heir to the Throne. There will be dwarves, but not for a little bit. Floorman, I don't... Having never played any of the Fire Emblem games, I'm not sure, but I don't... there are some similarities, but I think there's some pretty big differences too. Alright, let's get into it. In the 28th year of the reign of Gerard II, King of Wesnoth, the kingdom was plunged into a bitter war with the Orcs of the North. The northern host encamped at Galsadar by the ford of Abez, and the king led his forces to meet them. Splitting his army in two, he led one half, while his son, the crown prince Eldred, led the other. Eldred was a brave and courageous warrior, able to lead his soldiers well. Unfortunately for Gerard, his son was also ambitious and treacherous. In the heat of battle, Eldred's men turned on the king, and so Gerard was slain in battle that day along with his brother and all of his sons but Eldred. What a dick. He just killed his dad and all of his brothers. Yes, my username is courtesy of my brother, actually, who came up with it, so kudos to him. Okay. Gerard's queen, Ashavir, looked on with glee, having come to watch the battle from a nearby hill. The rule of her son would surely satisfy her lust for power far better than her husband's had. She is the mastermind. We don't like her. Spoiler alert. In exchange for tribute, the warlord of the north happily made peace with Eldred, who proclaimed himself king and led his army south towards Weldon. Weldon is here. But Gerard's archmage, Delphador, had escaped the battle and was riding with haste, reached Weldon first. He mustered a force of loyalists to fight Eldred and avenge the king's death. The loyalist army marched north to meet Eldred. Eldred made war upon Delphador and his forces, with his mother's advice ringing in his ears. Fight no one, great or small, except the old mage, whose head should be severed from his shoulders. And Eldred did indeed meet Delphador face to face in battle, in the hinterlands near Taff. Sword clashed against staff as the wise old mage fought the brash young warrior. This doesn't end well for the warrior. In the end, Delphador's men were defeated and routed, but Ashavir found her son's lifeless body fixed to the ground by the great mage's staff. Ashavir herself then took command of the army and led it back to Weldon. Knowing that the king's young nephews were next in line to the throne, she ordered them all killed and declared herself Queen of Wesnoth. Just a lot of blood is how this game starts. Soon after the news of Ashavir's orders reached Delphador, he secretly entered the palace and stole away Conrad, the youngest of Gerard's nephews, thereby saving him from death. Fleeing to Athenwood, beyond the southwestern border of Wesnoth, Delphador raised the child Conrad under the protection of the elves, watching sadly as Ashavir's reign of terror over the land began. And this is where we pick up in Athenwood. 20 years into her rule, Ashavir turned her attention to the wood elves living in the great forest southwest of Wesnoth, whom she despised. Orcish mercenaries were hired and dispatched to bring about their ruin. Master Delphidor, there are orcs coming from all directions. What shall we do? There are too many to fight, far too many. We must escape. But to where? This is the only home we have. What about the elves? We will fight them, but you must escape, Conrad. It is imperative that you escape. We will go north. Perhaps we can reach the Isle of Alduin. If we can make it there, surely we will be safe. Conrad, we must recruit some elves to help us, and then you must make it to the signpost in the northwest. I will protect you. Very well. Let's hurry. Attack the elves, my grunts, and take their villages. Let us claim this land for the Queen. Remember, it is rumored that the filthy mage and the one he protects are in these parts, and they are the ones we want. Let them come. We will fight them with all we have. Be careful, Conrad. Guard him well, Delphidor. Do not spend your life here, Chantel. Someone must warn the northern elves that the war we so long feared has begun. Look at that flashing signpost. Move Conrad to the signpost in the northwest. We lose if Conrad dies, if Delphidor dies, or if we take more than 12 turns. This is a fun starting scenario because a lot of our folks are going to die in this. And that's just how it is. Yeah, so we've got two enemies in the north, and we've got one way down here in the south. Two allies that are helpful, but not a whole lot. And that's what we got. For those of you who have never seen this game before, we have our starting keep, or really any keep, is where the leaders can recruit new units. So this leader can recruit 8 units a turn over there, and actually, wow, 6. I can count. It's 6 units. 6 units here. This one's also 6, also 6, also 6, so on and so forth. These are villages with the flags here, and we gain gold for everyone we control at the start of every turn. That's up here. The amount of gold we've got is there. And we will use gold to recruit units. Villages, or houses as I will call them, also heal units that are injured on them. So that's a neat little thing there. Let's go ahead and get started, and we'll kind of worry about how this game is played as it comes up. Yeah, so we're going to move Delphidor up. We don't have a lot of gold, so we can really only get... Yeah, we can't get a whole lot of units here, so we're going to have to be very careful. We're going to go kind of heavy on the archers, because that's what elves are good at. They're really good with their bows. But to effectively stay alive against these orcs, we're going to need a fighter or 2. I'm going to grab... Wow, we really don't have a lot of gold. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna grab a scout, and that's it. We have to survive and get Conrad up to this signpost, not kill Delphidor with these 6 units, because we have to move. And I won't be able to recruit units once I get off the central keep here. So that's fun. Let's go ahead and take a look at what the best path. It thinks the best path is this way. It's not. That's the fastest path. That will get us killed because we'll get trapped by this guy over here. So I'm going to take the extra time that it's going to take. No, we're going to go this way. Yeah, okay. Do that. So this game has a lot of depth to it. One of the first things that is going to become important is the time of day. So right now it was dawn, it is now morning. Different units get a bonus at different times of the day. Elves, as neutral units, don't get any bonuses, but don't get any detriments either. So they're really nice to start out with. Orcs are they evil, chaotic? I forget what they're chaotic. So they lose 25% during the day, but they gain 25% during the night. So right now is sort of the best time for us. There are no drow. Can it be any unit? It has to be Conrad. I don't even think Delphador can recruit. So it has to be your leader on the keep for you to recruit units. How often are there significant updates? I don't know, actually. In the last year, they've actually moved to releasing on Steam. So I think they're coming out with minor updates every couple of months, and major ones more infrequently than that. And I apologize if I've missed some things, but that's what I can keep track of. All right. Yeah. So we're gonna cut through the forest here, even though it takes more movement to do so. So Conrad has this is fun. He's got 6 movement points. And the forest is difficult terrain, so it takes 2 movement points to move through 1 square forest. Elves do not consider the forest difficult terrain, so they can just move through it. Oh, that is not what I meant to do. We will be playing this game literally only to keep Conrad alive, so our friends here may not survive. If they do, great, but they're probably not going to survive. Oh, also, some of these guys, you may notice, have levels on them. So this guy's a level 2 unit. All of our units are level 1. In fact, it looks like most of their recruitments are level 2. So and then their leaders are level 3. Yeah. On some of the easier difficulties, it's actually pretty reasonable to... hang on. I forgot that I have a different thing here. So I'm upside down again. Sorry about the gravity, Maddie. We'll just fix that real quick. Okay. What was I saying? Something about levels. Yeah, so these guys are in some of the early, easier ways of playing this game. In the easier modes, I have gone through and actually killed all of the opponents and gotten a bunch of experience for my people and then won the scenario. That's not going to be possible in this challenging mode. So the first person to move every turn is going to be Conrad as we try and figure out what he's doing. Then the scout is going to help us gather some houses, some villages, and then everyone else is just going to form a perimeter around Conrad. Much like Dungeons and Dragons, you have sort of it's called a zone of control in this game, where opponent units can't move past. So if I set up these 2 guys right here, then an opponent cannot just come waltz right through them. They have to stop and engage. So that's going to be how we protect Conrad as he moves further up. this is one of my favorite units over here, this ally. And this one here, the Elvish Rangers. If an Elvish Ranger is in a forest, they are invisible to opponents until they accidentally happen across them. Oh, geez, they are just still recruiting. They have so much resources. Alright, this is going too slowly. I know there's something. There we go. Okay, so now we've entered the danger zone because it's dusk. So these guys are going to start to get bonuses to their attacks, which is not ideal for what we want here. Interestingly, we don't actually need to get Delphador all the way up there, so we could just send him off and keep him safe. But that's boring, and he's a really good... He's a high-level magic user, so we're going to keep him around. So now we have a choice. I can come up here and start to engage, and this particular attack would be pretty alright because the troll only has melee attacks and not ranged, and so my bow would do a decent amount of damage to him. Unfortunately, the response would be to be surrounded by all of these guys, and very likely this elf would die. So instead, I'm going to not do that, and only move sort of what I need to keep folks around Conrad. And actually, you can just stay there. Yeah. Essentially, we're going to be ignoring the blue enemies as much as we can. Yep. Yeah. So the little bars off to the side of each character that has started to appear for those of them that have been in combat is their experience bar. So when that fills up, the units will level up and get much more powerful. Okay, listen, Floorman, it is a problem if elves die, because elves are people too. Jesus. Okay. So we've got a poisoned unit, which means that they're going to lose 8 hit points every turn unless they get on a village and heal. So we're going to strategically move our units around here. Oh, I should explain what this 60% means, and 50s and 40s and what have you. That is the defense, that's a unit's defensive capabilities. Which means that an opponent's attack will have a 40% chance to hit this particular elf on a forest tile. So, the Orcish Assassin is also at a 60% defense, so I have a 40% chance to hit with my attack. My attack I will have 4 attacks that each could do 6 damage. The nice thing is, there's this damage calculation that tells you what the probability is that you'll get whatever results from the battle. So this is what we're looking at here. We're probably going to kill the defender. There's a 52.5% chance that we kill the defender, which is nice. But we don't, because probability doesn't always work the way that you want it to. So this unit could engage up here, but this is a level 2 archer against my level 1 archer, so you can see it automatically selects the attack that is the most favorable for you. So this 60% 5-2 against a 30% 5-3 is the best sort of outcome for me, because this has a possibility of killing my unit. So I'm not even going to actually attack. What I am going to do is just come down right here and make it so that they can't move very far. Okay, this is where we are. Yep. First death of mine. Purple is just chewing through our enemy, our ally, I mean. Okay. This is nice, actually. So this unit did not die, but is very close to death, which means we get to choose which of our units is going to get the experience points from killing him. You get 1 experience point per level of opponent units for surviving combat against them. You get 8 experience per level of opponent for killing them. So this is level 2, so any unit will get 16 experience out of this. That would bump this guy from 4 to 20, meaning that he is likely to be leveled up relatively soon. So that's what we're going to do. He's the closest to being leveled up of our units, and he's in reasonably decent health right now, which is also important because we don't want him to die. If you level up mid-combat, you get full hit points, so it's a great way to heal your units also. We're going to go ahead and do this. Yeah. Wonderful. So now we're very close to leveling up, which is very nice. Again, we're going to move Conrad first. Our allies are in the way. I don't really want to go here because it exposes him. Yeah, we're going to move here. It's slower, but it's better. And now we need to deal with this wolf. So you can sort of, using zone of control to your advantage, you can reduce the movement of your opponents. So, no, I don't want to quit. I just want to deselect this character. Can I deselect? Thank you. Right now you can see that he can move pretty much anywhere. If I move this guy to be direct to flanking with my ally, we'll move here first. Now he can barely move at all. So that is going to help keep our leader safe. We want to try and keep as many of our guys alive as possible. I don't think it's quite time for Delphador to get involved yet, because he doesn't have great melee. And if he gets surrounded, that's not great. And because if he dies, we also lose. Ah, yes, they start to burn villages. There can be no looking back. We must go quickly. I actually forgot about that. So, because we captured some village... Damn it! Yep, that's exactly what I didn't want to have happen. Okay. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. Okay. This is fine. Everything's fine. Okay, well, okay, we have another of those situations where we can give someone some experience. And it's starting to become day, which is also good for us. We're gonna give it to Hugh. You need to heal. I don't want to use Delphidar against an archer. That just is not a great idea. Magical attacks are great because they always have a 70% chance to hit no matter what terrain your opponent is on. So we would need to hit all 3 times to kill this guy. And he has the possibility of doing some serious damage to us right now. We're not going to do it just yet. We're going to have to hold off. Check who can move where. Okay. Alright, we're still okay. Ah, yes. Oh, please don't die right now. Oh, you're gonna die. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. Our friend is gonna die. But our other friend is protecting us, so that's nice. We did lose another elf. We are down to 3, and we're down to just our archers, which is not terribly surprising. Okay. It's time. I am Delphidor the Great! Prepare to die! And he is dead. Only the foolish oppose me. So Delphidor is a level 5 unit, so he's pretty darn good. However, he's at maximum level, so giving him experience is not great because he can't level up again. All right, we're gonna make it. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do this and this. Okay, good. That's kind of what I want. Oh, we do have another one. Aha! Hello. How are you? You are really injured, so we're gonna move you. If they don't move, they heal an extra 2 hit points. But I want them closer to Conrad, so I'm gonna move them up there. Good. Oh, please survive. Okay. Approximately all of our allies are dead. Oh, can we get this? We're gonna try to. Because if we kill him, we level up. Damn it! Okay, that's fine. We're gonna give the kill to this person instead. Because it's important that they're dead. I can't have you hanging around there. That's fine. You're feeling better, but still not great. If I move you, you're going to die. But if I don't, these guys are gonna die. So we're gonna move you. And we are going to get out of here next turn. One of the reasons I care so much about the experience points is that we are going to be able to recall these same units at the beginning of the next scenario. God damn it. It's fine. So any unit that happens to survive this is going to do as well. We're down to just one. So that's something. I'm going to try and set something up here. That's what we're trying to set up. And we just need to hit twice. Perfect. All right, so we have a couple of options when we're leveling up these units. The Elvish Ranger, like I said, has Ambush, which means it can hide in forests, which is something that I really, really do like from a tactical sort of standpoint. The Elvish Ranger has 2 attacks, a melee that's 8-3 with the sword, and a 7-4 bow. Pretty reasonable. The Marksman, of course, is a better overall attacker. So here we've got 9-4 with the bow, which is significantly better than the Ranger. 7-2 with the sword, that's worse. But they have this ability, which is called Marksman. This unit always has a 60% chance to hit, again, regardless of whatever terrain your opponent's on. So it's pretty decent. I tend to start with Rangers and then move on to Marksmen to fill out my squad, because I find the tactical advantage of my opponents not being able to know where my units are to be pretty important. So that's what we're going to do here. Also, level up comes with extra hit points, and different level ups will give different... so like a Ranger has different hit points from a Marksman. I didn't look at that because I don't really care at this point. But it's a great way to make sure that he is going to survive this next round. Although we're not going to wait for the next round, we're just going to leave. With 2 turns to spare. Good job, us. Very well, we've made it this far. But where do we go next?
We must travel north and try to make it to the Isle of Alduin. Hopefully we will find refuge there.
Of course, you are right, Delphador. But what will become of the elves here?
The elves will fight. They may even prevail. Spoiler, they don't. But I fear things do not bode well for them. Let us not speak of it now. Onward!
Just gonna not acknowledge that all of our friends for the last 20 years are about to die.
Good luck, Conrad. Don't worry about us. We will fight as best we can.
Yay, we win! And there's a couple of stats here. We finished 2 turns early. You get 30 gold per turn early you finish. So that's 60. Plus we were gaining gold this entire time from the villages we had. So we had 65, 125. We can only bring 40% of what we had with us next time. So we start with 50 gold on top of the minimum starting gold of the next scenario. And we get one last chance to look around at how things ended. And go. The Isle of Alduin, I don't think has any dragons, unfortunately. In this game, I don't think there are any dragons, but there are drakes. And if I remember correctly, they live more around the swampy areas over here. And some are off the map over here also.
We should be able to board a ship at Blackwater Port, but it seems the orcs are heading there too. Rebels who hate Ashavir and are loyal to the memory of the king desperately hold the port, as it is one of the only places where they can ship supplies and weapons.
Delphador, some orcs are following us. We must make haste.
Delphador, my old friend, we had heard of your coming, and of the attack on the elves. It is good to see you again, although I would prefer it would not be in such sad times. Conrad, this is Galen, one of the mightiest of the horse lords, and one of the few who is willing to oppose the Dark Crown. Rumor has it that his lance has slain 50 men and 100 orcs. It seems the orcs have come here too, to try and wrest this port from our hands. Our defenses are still weak, but reinforcements will arrive soon.
We will help you fight them off until the reinforcements arrive.
With your help, we have hope we can fend them off, but you must not tarry here long, for your survival is even more important to our cause than the strength of the port. A ship is due here in 2 days. Surely it will be able to take you to safety.
And the ship will take us to Alduin?
Yes, we will sail to the Isle of Alduin, my home, Conrad, and the home of many magi. I will send one of my horsemen to serve under you. I offer you my support, Conrad, and the support of my men. From now on, you will be able to recruit horsemen.
Thank you, sir. But how shall I best use these horsemen? How do they differ from elves?
Boy, you got a lot to learn if you don't know the difference between a horse and an elf.
Yeah, the Evil Queen, I mean, Wesnoth's a big place, to be fair. She's doing the best she can, but it has been like 20 years. It's kind of sad that she hasn't dealt with these guys yet.
Elves may be the lords of the forest, but horsemen are powerful as well. On the plains and under the midday sun, they can fell the toughest foes with sharp spears and under heavy hoofs. Recruit troops wisely, Conrad, and remember that you can recall experienced troops from past battles to help you fight again.
Greetings, young master. I pledge myself to your service.
Conrad, note that Haldiel does not seek gold upkeep. As a loyal unit, he fights for us solely out of loyalty to our cause. Such units are extremely valuable. Take care to use them cautiously in battle, lest they fall.
That's a very important point. Every unit that we have on the battlefield has a gold upkeep every turn, which takes out of our income. So, to best use our resources, we want loyal units, and we want them to live and make up the majority of our army. So, we can either just survive the next 9 turns, or we can defeat the enemy leader. I tend to try and defeat the enemy leader, but we'll see how possible that is in this current scenario. Okay, let's see. So, we're gonna start by needing some income here. So horsemen can move very far, which is going to allow us to come kind of far away and grab things and let our close units get those. So we're going to start by recalling the one guy who survived, our ranger here. And then we are going to recruit. Recruit. So we've got all of our elves plus a horseman. I'm not super fond of horsemen. They can be pretty powerful with melee attacks, but they're very susceptible to ranged attacks because they don't have any ranged attacks. And also they have an ability called Charge, where when they attack for twice as much melee damage, but then they receive back twice as much melee damage in return. So they're kind of glass cannon-y. They can do a lot of damage, but they can also get hurt pretty quickly. It's really interesting, though. To recall a unit always costs 20 gold flat no matter what. Horsemen cost 23 to recruit, which means that the first time you buy them, they cost more than every single other time. So I will tend to recruit them when I have spare money because they can be useful in situations where you just want to recall them later. But to start off with, because they have high movement speed, I will recruit them sort of as my second wave of recruitments. So we're going to get 2 more archers, 2 fighters, and a shaman. Shamans can heal, which is really nice. When they level up, they can cure poison, and they heal for 8 a turn instead of 4 a turn. And then we're going to go grab another village. So, even though we captured 3 villages, our income is only 1 because we have units that require upkeep. All right. So this is reasonable. They're all level 1, which is nice. So this is a boss where we should actually be able to finish him off. But we're not going to do that by spreading our troops thinly. So you're going to go there and kind of wait. So he's now invisible, which is really nice. We can use him to kind of circle around. There are scenarios where it's possible to send a small group, maybe 2 or 3 rangers, through forests all the way right up next to an opponent's keep. And then while your main armies are kind of battling out in the middle of the field, you hit the leaders with the rangers, and then suddenly the scenario is over, even though the armies are still both there. Again, we're not really going to use Delphador. I might try and send him up to get this house, just to keep him out of the way. For now, we're going to take resources away from our ally. And grab a couple more units. We don't have a lot of gold left, so it's going to be... a scout... How to add to 36 the most efficiently. I could do 2 scouts. If we had 37, I could do a horseman and a fighter. Let's see. I do want another horseman, so we're going to do a horseman, and then we're just going to wait and recruit more later. So the only thing we have money for is a fighter, so we can get a fighter. And then I'm actually going to get Conrad off of the keep, because he's a level 1 unit, which is not great. And we're going to need him to survive through 22 more scenarios. So I'm going to try and get him a little bit of experience safely now. That can be risky, because of course if he dies, that's it, game over. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So we're gonna hit this guy and do some serious damage. Well, okay, we gotta think about this, because that's appealing. But how many other units will be able to hit us if we do that? If I do it right, it's just the 2 wolves, which we should be able to escape from. Oh, maybe there's not a right way of doing this. No, there is. Okay, because this archer can go down to that square, and I can go here. Okay, so we're gonna do this. So we're gonna... this is gonna be a hit and run, is what it's gonna be. Just to try and get him some experience and really hinder their ability to gather resources. Okay. Elves are very good in forests. 70% is pretty much the highest you'll ever see. So we want to keep our elves in the forest as much as we can. Okay. Oh, when you capture a village, that ends your turn, which is why Delphador can't move any further. Oh, wonderful. We might actually be able to get the kill before we have to run. No, that's too risky. So we hurt him, and we're going to effectively take him out of battle for a while, but we do have to retreat now. So we have 2 options here. We can... Well, we've got a lot of options. There's always a lot of options. We can push up and start to engage now, but we really only have... Okay, we have 3 units that can do that. Or 4. No, we could do that. We could actually do that. I was going to say that we don't have a lot of actual options there, but we do actually. We have more options than I thought we do. Or we can sort of start to hunker down and wait for night. Because right now we'd be kind of spreading our troops thin, and I think I like waiting a little bit better. And I'm gonna put you here, actually. Another nice thing to do is to, if you surround a healer, the healer heals all troops around it. So this sort of maximizes the amount we're able to heal our units here. We are... Oh, it's so tempting to do this. Because it's going to very quickly become night. And then these horsemen are not as effective. They get minus 25% at night, while our opponents get plus 25%. Yeah, let's do this. Let's go ahead and do this. Perfect. But that's all I'm comfortable doing. Just given where everyone else is. I could bring him up. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that, because we want to provide some amount of support to our friend here, who is a level 2, so can survive for a little bit, but we want to make sure he survives for longer. We don't want him to get ganged up on and just demolished immediately. Part of the problem is that he seems to have a lot of resources, because he's recruited yet another full encampment of folks. Yeah, I think healers should get experience for healing, but they do not, which is a darn shame. Bring Delphidor over there. Yeah, that's fine. Very nice. And he's dead. Oh! We got some lucky defense there. Did not take as much damage as we could have. But now it's time to retreat. And sort of circle up. Is circling up the best thing to do here? No, it's not. We need to start taking them out while they're at least a little bit strung out. So that means... that puts you behind enemy lines. I don't like that. Okay. We're gonna try and take out this wolf. No, we're not going to be able to take him. Well, can we get 3 on him? I think we can take him out. It's going to be ugly, though. Yeah. Oh, come on! God. Okay. This is fine. Everything's fine. I don't know what you're talking about. You can't move very far. I need you there. Nice. Okay. Nice. No. Ah! Yep, that's what I was afraid of. Alright, so we lost the die roll on that. That's unfortunate. That's actually really unfortunate. Okay. This is not great. We're pretty outnumbered. And we don't have great options on retreat. I think we can still do this. It's just going to be tricky. This is a hell of a gamble. If we hit on the first attack, this is amazing. If we miss on the first attack and he hits on his first retaliation, we drop to 20 hit points, which is really not good for a healer. We're gonna do this instead. There. Moving into the forest to get the defensive bonus because we're at 50% on a mountain and 70% in the forest. So it moves us further away, but it's actually, I think, a little bit better. This is good because now I can move my healer there. He's gonna die. I've accepted this. You should too. At this point, we're gonna go here. See, it wants us to do this because there's a chance that we kill him. However, that's not great for us. Like, we could get seriously injured. So I'm gonna instead work on damaging them and getting in a better position here. We could... That could work. It needs 3 hits. Oh, I forget. Hang on. Do you have a thing? You don't. Okay. Nice. I'm regretting moving Conrad out here, so... Because we're going to have enough gold pretty soon to make some more recruits, so I'm moving him back. Oh, I forgot about him. Nice. Okay. What should we... I think I'm going to try an Iron Man here. I think I'm going to try to not lose. Let's go ahead and see what this is. It's not great, but like... No, we're not going to do that, unfortunately. Aren't we? No, we are, because we need another body down here to help sort of spread out the attacks on our troops. And sometimes you just get lucky. Like, sometimes you just get lucky like that, and then the world is great. Okay, we'll leave it at that. Oh, yeah, so trolls regenerate. They just intrinsically gain 8 hit points every turn. It's real dumb. So, when you want to kill one, you need to kill it in one turn, essentially. Alright, it's dawn now. Let's finish... So if I finish him off, then I think those 3 trolls turn north and kill him. So I'm gonna actually bring him back and heal. Okay, we're gonna use... So, every character has 2 traits to them, and they're different. And it's sort of random what the traits are. You'll notice that a lot of my units are intelligent. I tend to try and keep my intelligent units around because they take less experience to level up. Thunking the orc with your shaman. Yeah, I thought about it. And I think maybe this turn we will, because it's really hard to get experience points for shamans. But they get really good when they level up. So I think the smartest, we're gonna go ahead and chunk this guy. Because now it's only a 30% chance to hit, and we're moving into the day where the orcs are gonna get worse, so this is a safer attack. There, okay. And then we're gonna try and focus the other 4 on... So this is where Zone of Control really hurts us. Because I would like to focus on this troll here. And let... Oh, maybe we can do it. We can't quite do it. Yeah, we can. We're going to. So we're going to come here and hit the troll with our archer. Then we're going to bring the horseman down here. The fighter's the only one that won't be able to get in there, but that's okay, because we actually need someone up north here to keep pressure off of our healer. And then we can bring him around the bottom. How's that sound to folks? All right, we're gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. So you here, you there, you're going there, and the question is, what do we do with this guy? We could hit here, but they're also resilient, so they take less damage. It's not great. I think we're gonna try and kill the archer instead. Yeah, let's do that. Nice. You take the first shot. Wow. You're healing. Delphidor, doing great. We're gonna bring you up. We just need more gold. Okay, so we've lost a couple of units at this point. What do you think we should grab as we recruit? We can recruit 1 this turn. What do you think we should recruit? Or 1 next turn. What do you think we should recruit? I'm really not sure what makes the most sense here. No! You fucking survive. Holy... God damn it. Okay, so we have to mount a rescue mission this turn. Because I'm not letting my ranger die. And what that means is we need these 3 units to kill this wolf. Because he's what's preventing movement here. Once the wolf is dead, we can move our ranger down to this forest where he's invisible. So, let's think about this. And if we move him down to into this forest, and we keep our shaman next to him, that is also really good, because then he'll heal a little bit for free. Alright, that's what we're going to do. And then you are going to go here. Oh no. Oh, that's really not good. This is really bad. We now have to get really lucky. Yeah, I think an archer is going to come along with us. Because I think we're about to lose one. God. This is brutal. But the game's almost over, so we've sort of survived this encounter. Oh, that's right, we have an ally. I forgot about that. Yep, that's what I would do. Oh, we are gonna... I'm gonna have to be smarter about this. Because we need to start building up an army of level 2 units if we're gonna be able to continue this campaign and not die. I thought for a moment that had just turned out to be a very, very bad mistake. Oh, now you hit. Now you want to hit. I see how it is. Nice. And it doesn't really matter at this point. We're not going to recruit anyone. Yeah, okay. Oh, I didn't realize we had to make it through. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's fine. We didn't want that horseman anyway. It's absolutely, it's fine. Okay, this is not exactly going the way I was hoping it might.
We should embark now. Safe voyage to you, friends. Rest assured that we will never surrender to the forces of the Dark Queen.
Oh, this is rough, friends. You don't know it yet, but this is rough. We're going to be a lot more conservative as we continue playing. The Isle of Alduin.
And so the party landed on the Isle of Alduin.
So this is Alduin. It looks a little desolate.
I fear so, Conrad. It seems the orcs have come even here. Here to the place where I was born, where I was trained. Who's that? Oh, a body of elves has landed. We shall drive them back into the sea. I did not think the orcs would have come here. This island used to be so beautiful. We must recapture it. To arms!
So we have 21 turns to win. And we need to kill him. I know a couple of secrets about this map, having played it before. So that's going to do us good. This is where we get mages. We have to discover them first. Alright, Delphador. Let's grab some villages. Oh, look, a mage! Wow, what's that? You can now recruit magi. So mages, as you might imagine, are very susceptible to melee attacks. But magic, like I mentioned earlier, always has a 70% chance to hit, which is really nice. Alright, who are we bringing back? Yeah. We're definitely bringing back our scout, but I want him here. We're gonna bring him back. We're gonna bring this guy back, because he's got experience. We're gonna go ahead and just straight up dismiss this unit. It costs 20 gold for someone who's got 0 experience when I can recruit someone exactly the same for, what, 17? So, we need to be careful with our resources here. Alright, we're gonna grab another archer, another scout, because we want to be taking a lot of these villages. And then... let's do a horseman and a fighter. Oh, we have... okay. And one more no, another fighter. There we go. So we're gonna send the 2 scouts down south to just start grabbing villages, because we need resources here. I'm gonna save these 2 villages here for Conrad, because he's gonna be able to get those on the end of his turns. Let's have you do that. And then there's a lot of houses over here, which is why I tend to like to start moving this way. But in terms of tactical advantage, there's forest down this way. So if we come down south first and then west, I think we might have a better shot of dealing with our opponent. So I'm going to at least bring the elves down south. And I can't actually recruit anyone else, so we'll get there. On this particular mission, perfect, okay. Yeah, okay. I've got a solid plan here. We're gonna try and bait them over to the eastern half of the island and use these guys just to capture islands so we get more resources. Conrad's gonna stay here and recruit folks for us because we need a larger army. And then these 6 units and more as we get more are going to form a tight cluster. And we're going to try and bait the wolves to move quickly towards us and then kill them. And then recover and go from there. Yeah. Hello, Javadrix. I have to say, it's really interesting knowing that I have a lot of people I know personally in chat, but not really knowing who everyone is. Yeah. So I'm sure that you are a lovely friend of mine, but I don't know who you are. Okay, this presents an interesting opportunity because it looks like we should just be able to take him with our 3 units and everything's going to be just fine. But the problem is these 2 are going to come up real quick behind and cause problems. So we're actually going to not take the bait. And instead just move along. Yeah. And now we need to figure out where we're making our first stand, and I think it's going to be back here. One of the things that I am concerned about is that we only have 21 turns, which is not a whole lot of time to win with the strategy that I'm hoping to win with. Let's go for a mage here. Get a house. Enter. Okay, it's dawn. It's time for us to sort of start to think about making our strikes. Yeah. Delphador is going to go just demolish this one. You're going to hit the house so you can heal. And then our loyal unit is going to take the kill. May just take a lot of experience to level up, so we have to kind of coddle them for a while. I'm going to put you here. I always hit recall and I mean recruit. Okay, so we are very quickly approaching the... No, not quite. Come on. Just attack me. So this is a level 0 unit. You don't get any experience points for fighting and surviving fighting with them, and you get 4 for killing them. Yeah, we are playing an Iron Man on the hardest challenge for Heir to the Throne. And yeah, not a lot of people play Wesnoth, which is why I thought I'd sort of start up a stream, because I haven't seen anyone do it. Alright, I think we have to take advantage of the fact that it's day. There's only 4 of them here. These guys appear to be heading north and not east. So I think we can take the 4 of them with the 6 units I've got over here. So we'll start by moving healer, getting a solid little fence around our healer, and then we'll actually start to engage because there's no reason not to. Yeah, okay. Seems good here. Javadrix, I think you've got me by about 5 or 10 years. 5 years, I think, probably, is when I started playing, probably around 2010. Alright, Delphador, let's just... Thank you. It's tempting to come down here and just start wailing. I think that would not be the best idea in the world here. No, we can take 1 turn of this. Yeah. Unfortunately, some bad things happened over here, which is not great. And now we need to find a way to get our scout out of here. Let's see. One way that we can get him out of here, actually, is if we can give him a kill. Because he's 8 experience short of leveling up. And if he levels up, he heals. And I think that's actually going to be easier than trying to get it to a point where we can move him. Let's see. 19 hit points. Let's see what we can do here. Yep. Alright, everyone, cross your fingers. God. We love RNG. Yeah, Javadrix. This game is on Steam now, so there's a stable version for Windows, and I think maybe even Mac. So you should be fine downloading it either through Steam or through Wesnoth.org. But they've got a Windows version, which is how I'm playing it. Okay, so that did not work. And now we need to figure out what our next best play is. Let's go. Force the issue over here and give an opening for our healer to come in and finish him off. And we can bring our fighter onto the house. Yeah, let's try that. Oh man, we are just not rolling well. Okay. That's rather unfortunate. And it looks like I missed it, but we must have had one of our archers die. Jeez. Okay, well, we're getting another archer then. Yeah, I mean, that's... Oh, we lost our shaman. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and consolidate troops a little bit. We need to be a little bit more tactical here than we have been. And I'll probably be saying that a lot because playing on challenging is, well, challenging. We also just need to roll well, just once, really would be nice. Okay. Okay. What are we gonna do here? Archer on the way. Two fighters, two scouts. Mage contingent over here. Another archer. This crew could use a horseman, I think. Yeah. It is my first attempt at an Iron Man, so I'm probably being too aggressive here. Thank you. This is another interesting thing about the game. Level 0 units don't have a zone of control, so my fighter here can just walk right past him. Alright, Delphador. That's actually pretty close to what I wanted to have happen, because it means that the experience for the kill is going to go to a different unit. In fact, it's going to go to our loyal unit, which is about exactly what I wanted. And then I can pull our horseman up here to try and kill this archer. Nice. We're starting to have the upper hand now. 2 archers, 2 fighters, 2 scouts, a 3rd archer, 2 mages, 2 horsemen. Overall, we're pretty balanced right now. Oh, we're gonna get a shaman to replace. We're actually gonna get 2 shamans. Well, I guess we're only gonna get 1. Then, because we have enough of an upper hand, I don't see... There comes a point in every game where you can't recruit units with enough time for them to actually make it to where the active combat is before the scenario ends. And I think we're getting pretty close to that. I'm going to give it... And when that happens, I like to bring my leader in play so that they can grab some experience points. It looks like we've turned the tide enough that we're actually there. So I'm going to start moving Conrad down south. Okay. Let's check movement capabilities here. Okay, so we're fine to kill these 2 guys. Assuming, of course, we can actually kill them. Nice. Perfect. Aha. So you see I've made a mistake here. This archer can just go straight up and kill him. Which means that we're going to move him further back. He can't heal now, but he's going to survive at least. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 enemies, and we have 13 units. Yeah, okay, we should be good at this point. Hey John, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you. We are, you know, surviving. We're doing an Ironman challenge at the hardest difficulty, and we're not keeping our units alive as long as we should. And to that end, we're going to go ahead and just bring her back now. Should be able to deal with this guy. It's gonna hurt, but there's no one else nearby, so I don't feel any qualms about doing this. We don't want to do that. You could die. We want you to get on a house. Which means I need to check movements. Yeah, that's fine. We'll move you down there. Love to have 70% chance to hit. Because magic. Oh, come on! Wow! Ugh! Talk about... You know, I should just not say things like that, is what it comes down to. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. The nice thing is he can't really attack without being killed in response. So... that's not the end of the world. Alright, we're good here. Yeah, he could move. He couldn't even attack. So we're going to give this kill to our loyal unit. Again, we're going to try and heal up a little bit. Actually, hang on. Undo that. How far can you... oh, no, that's... alright. Move you down here. Yeah. Okay, it's time to start engaging again. So if we go... I'm trying to decide whether I want to set up a kill by Conrad here, or if I just want to... I should probably just play it safe. And leave Conrad a little bit further back. Because he's weak, man. He's just really weak. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, leave you back here. It used to be, I think, that this is where the mage, the free mage was, which is why I actually went up and got there, but that now happens over here, which is, I guess, kind of nice, but I didn't realize that. I don't think we're going to move down. You still need to heal, and it doesn't seem like a great idea to put a unit that when it dies we lose this far out of line of the rest of our troops. That's unfortunate. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We just want to try and keep as many of our units alive as possible, while killing as many of them as possible. Again, with the trolls, because they regenerate every turn, it's really worth it to just focus on one and kill it. This is, I think, the perfect opportunity to get Conrad some experience. The question is going to be where. Conrad should be able to survive this. So he kills him. We do have to worry about this troll, but we're going to make sure that he's otherwise occupied. And then technically he could get in there and hurt Conrad also, but I think this is going to be okay. And that gives Conrad the most experience. Now we're in a little bit of a rough spot here, but we'll make it okay. This is what charge does. It makes a bad attack, so normally I think that would be 6-2 during the day, into a pretty darn good attack against us. But I don't think we have much of an option here, because we have a chance of killing him. We might drop to 6 hit points, which is really not great, but... And unfortunately, we just can't get anyone else down there to help out in time. Alright, we're going to hold back, because he can't kill any of us during the day right now. So I think it's better that we just hold back and take him out on our own terms next turn. Nice. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is good now. So we're gonna try and hit him once with the charge, one out of the two times, and then finish him off with the loyal mage. If the horseman finishes off on the first try, not mad about that. Yeah, not mad about that. We can go down and heal. I'm not quite comfortable advancing further here. It's only some level 0s, but I want to have a good line before we do that. So we'll wait a little bit. Shit! Floorman did not sign up to survive. I will retroactively name one of yours, one of the characters that has already died, Floorman. Alright, let's take out this other troll. And see if we can get some experience out of it too. Yeah. There we go. And then you can heal. And you can heal. And you're gonna stay there. No, actually, you can come down to the shaman. Perfect. Yes, hi David. I did actually know it was you, but I wasn't sure if you wanted me to use your real name or not. That would be bold. And dumb. So we're not going to do that. It's now night, which is unfortunate. So we're going to move cautiously forward here. Good to know. I will in fact just use David then. I just didn't want to assume, that's all. Alright, we've got another 7 turns to do this. We should be able to do that. Goal for this turn is to take out this orc, because then there's just the 2 level 0s to follow up on that, which is not terrible. And then we can kind of just close in around them. Conrad is not moving quickly through mountains. Actually, none of them are. So we can get 2 archers on him, and that's sort of it. So we'll get 2 archers on him, back up those archers with the shaman, and go from there. Down. Down. We want you near the shaman so you can heal some more. And we're going to bring you around there. Okay. Ho 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 ho. Alright, bud. Alright, again, what I'm trying to do is set up another kill for our loyal mage. I'm going to try and hurt him with this horseman, and then make sure that this horseman is screened from any other opponents so that he can recover from what's inevitably going to be a lot of damage back to him. That actually wasn't that bad. And we got that kill. Delphador could use some healing, so he's going to take the village. He can also take care of himself. An archer is not going to attack Delphador because of his lightning attack. And then we are going to come down here and there. Same thing. Mostly. Not quite the same thing. Okay. We're going to put Conrad here. No, you can use my name. That's totally fine. I got my last name in the yeah, no, totally use my name. Don't care. I got my full picture on there. It's me. I'm James. How's it going? How's everyone doing? That's a good point. He is slowed. I can't actually. It's been a while since I played this game. I think slowed only affects movement speed and not actually attack power. But he is pretty well surrounded, so he can't. Blue cannot get another unit up here to cause more damage to Conrad. So this is probably all right. No, he must. Slow must do something to his damage because it shouldn't be 6-2 at night. Okay. We can look it up. Halves damage caused by the attacks and halves movement. Okay, cool. All right. All right, bud. It's time for you to die. You've been around a few turns too many at this point. Oh, nice. That's a perfect setup. And we can get you down there. Nice. And then otherwise, we do want to be a little bit careful here. Yeah, so if we move Delphador here, this is just fine. Okay, that's actually not terrible. I was really going for a setup here. Okay, fine, whatever. You win some, you lose some. We can almost start to threaten here. We're not quite at the point where we do that. There. Alright, this game is in the bag, I think. Oh man. I didn't see that coming. That's a shame. Well, it means we just do that. Alright.
Delphador, my old master, you have saved the island from the orcs. My apprentice, how did the island fall to such as these? You have not heard, Master Delphador? Ashavir is trying to control the entire western coast. She hired many orcs and sent them here. They were holding me until a ship could arrive to take me to Weldon, where I am to stand trial for treason for training magi. We have come from fighting her forces at Blackwater. Where else has she attacked? She has taken control of the Bay of Pearls long held by the Mer, and has turned them into slaves where they dive for pearls, by which she grows richer every day. There are even rumors that she may break the ancient treaty and attack Elensafar.
Can't we strike back at her? How many forces does she have at the Bay of Pearls? Can we take it back from her?
I admire your spunk.
We must indeed go there. Let us therefore rest here a little, and then set sail for the bay. Hopefully, we will defeat her forces there.
Wonderful. Okay. I'm gonna take a quick bio break, but we will return to pick up the next scenario. And then we'll do one, maybe two more. We'll see what time it is at that point. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I will be back in just a second. Yeah, I forgot how much I like this game. I have too many audio inputs here. One of them does nothing, and I'm just learning how to do this. Thank you, David. Okay, well, I'm back, and I hope you all can hear me again. We learned some valuable lessons, as I was saying. We need to be a little bit less aggressive. I need to be a little bit less aggressive. I'm not going to put this on you, chat. This is on me. So I need to be a little less aggressive. And I was a little bit too concerned about the turn limit, which is why I was playing a little bit more aggressively than I needed to be. But we only had 4 extra turns, which is not a whole lot of time. So I was kind of right to be a little bit, to keep that in mind at the very least. But let's move on to the next one and see what happens here. The Bay of Pearls. So this is the Bay of Pearls. It looks like they have those merfolk working hard.
Indeed it does. It also looks like they have many troops. I should go around the bay and distract some of them. You and the rest rescue the merfolk.
This is where we lose Delphador. This is a fun scenario because we don't get Delphador. And usually I have more level 2 units than I do right now, so this is going to be a challenge. Very well, be careful. So we need to kill one of the enemies and resist the other until turns run out, or kill all of them. I think we should be able to kill all of them, but let's take a look. So there's a couple of special things here. It's going to very quickly become obvious that we can start to get these mer people out of their cages just by standing on them. And then this is where the king of the mer folk is caged. Once we get him, that'll be really nice. After getting the king, giving someone this scepter is also really, really nice. It does extra damage to whoever picks it up gets a special attack that does extra damage. So that's a big part of this, is controlling the sea. This particular baddie is going to summon some bats, which can fly over the water, and some naga that can swim in it, obviously. Normally I get pretty spread out here, which we are not going to do this time. So let's start by recalling some of the folks that are close to leveling up. This scout, for instance... Well, we'll start by recalling the loyal units because they don't pull into our income. We have not been doing well and we only have 1 loyal unit. So the Elvish Scout here is close to leveling up. And then this fighter is close to leveling up. Then you can rescue our first set of merfolk.
Freedom! Now where are those orcs? Let me at them! Now that we are free, together we can defeat our oppressors!
All sorts of fun stuff like that. So we're just gonna chill. Normally I'd just like send these off immediately, but we're gonna chill together and move as a pack. You're gonna do that though for us. Yeah. So we are gonna try and get to about this village before these folks catch up to us, because it gives us a good base of operations to sort of set up the rest of our fight against against the blue enemy. And then other than that, we're gonna just get the rest of these. I believe, yeah, we cannot yet recruit merfolk. It was one of them, Gwimli? I didn't see. We've got Kaba, Mabua, Jarla, and Gwimli. Yes, we have a Gwimli. We do have a Gwimli, David. Yeah, so it's after this scenario, we get the ability to recruit merfolk. The nice thing is that all of these merfolk are loyal, so we definitely want to keep them alive. We're going to get the shaman because it takes time for them to move. They don't have great movement. Bats are level 0, Naga are level 1.
But boss, why are we only using bats and nagas?
Because we need to control the seas and the merfolk, and Nagas and bats are best for doing that.
But orcs are the most powerful race in all of...
Shut up, Worm, I'm the boss!
That's a small little interplay that I like. Real quick, gonna do a thing over here, off camera. Turn that off. Okay, great. Wonderful. Beautiful. Alright, let's get ourselves some houses here. It takes us a little bit to get onto the mainland. My goal is to get probably to about here before nightfall and then stop, because we're going to start running into these guys as they come down on us. Here we are not engaging, we're just sort of forming a line. And let's grab the rest of our units here. They don't want to come and engage us. Uh-huh.
Haha! Now orcs will rule over land and sea!
Will someone kill this idiot for me, please?
Happy to oblige. Alright, so this is an easy switcheroo. We put our injured unit on here. Check our attacks. Not great. None of them are great. We don't have any hunters yet. Alright, so we're going to work to surround this guy and kill him. So there are 3 terrains of water. Well, there's 4 actually, I think. So we've got this shallow water where we have 60%, deeper water where we have 50%, and then deep water where it's also 50%, but I think normal land-based units can walk around here, and they can't in the deepest water. Then you've got the reefs where we are then at 70%. Okay. Nicely done there. All right, now we get to recruit here. Let's take a look at what we have. We have 1 scout, 2 archers, 2 fighters, 1 magi, and 2 horsemen and a shaman. Archers are just good against orcs. We're gonna get 1 more shaman and 2 archers. Yeah, let's do that. We're actually gonna engage here. Oh no. Okay. Vampire bats are annoying because it's really difficult to calculate what life they're gonna end up at, because they drain when they attack, so they will regain health if they hit you. So because there's a possibility of at least 3, maybe 4. Yeah, if I attack, well, okay, I could limit it to 3, but there'd be 3 bats attacking. We're not gonna do that. We're just gonna grab this house. We're rolling okay for the first couple of attacks here. Looks like we're not going to make it out as far as I thought we were going to be able to, but that's okay. So let's get you on the house here. That sucks. That also sucks. That's better. 15-2. If we hit once, we kill him. So let's set up next to our shaman and just go for it. So note to self, we roll really well on defense and we suck on offense. I'll have to remember that. Okay. Let's kill this guy. That's what I mean. We roll really bad on offense. Wow. I did not realize how true that was. Holy cow. That's ridiculous. Okay. Balls. Alright, we got an archer, we got a shaman, we got an archer. We get another scout. And another mage. It really is a bad beat stream. I don't know what to recruit, but I know we need to. Let's grab another fighter. No, it's gonna be another archer. These guys are really good when they get to level 2. They get pretty versatile. Come on. We need more units. So that's what I mean when I say drain is just not... It's really hard to figure out what's going to happen. Surely you can finish him off. Good. Okay, so we've got a level 2 scout, which becomes a rider. Which is going to be important as we start to get to these folks here. So we're going to put the healer on the house. And then we're going to put folks with better melee attacks up front so that when they first hit us, they'll have to attack melee units, which is good for us because the crackback is reasonable. Then they will fall back and we'll return fire with ranged units. Hopefully. we're gonna get one fighter here. Yeah. Alright, this is good. We've made it to dawn. So we can now sort of push a little bit further up. These are level 2, these guys. Which is why it's a little bit scary here. One of the many reasons it's a little bit scary here. I'm putting the horsemen here just to lock them in place. I'm not actually going to attack with them because it would be worse for me. Like 22 versus 16-3 is just not a fight I want to fight in this situation. But it's another body, and on defense it's actually not bad. It's only on offense that it's that bad. Nice. Damn it. Alright, you finish him off then. Nice. Bring him down here. Trying to get to a position where we can start sending this guy down for this house to heal. I'm just not sure we're gonna quite get there. Because you're also pretty hurt. Yeah, I think we're priced into actually attacking here. Damn it. That's too bad. I think this is where I want you. Yeah, okay, this is where we are. Ah, balls. Lost 2 merfolk that turn. The horsemen I don't really care about, I'm gonna be honest here. How are you doing? 48 out of 54. A kill levels you up, especially a kill of a level 2. Let's see if we can set that up. 9-3, not quite. Now. Alright, so we get a choice here. We have a white mage, which will heal and cure our allies, or a red mage, which is better attack and has more hit points. Because we have elves that can be shamans, and the shamans will level up, I think we're okay for units that are going to heal our other units, so I'd rather have a strong unit. Yeah. Yep. I'm also kind of... I'm partial to red mages as they continue to level up too. Is it level 3 that you can make a silver mage out of a red mage, I think? But regardless, we're going to go for the red mage. Alright, let's solve the land battle before we move into the sea here. Oh, very nice. How nice? Not quite nice enough? No, not quite nice enough. Okay. Yeah. Oh, very nice. Okay, so this is another one that where we get an interesting choice here. The Elvish hero is just tactically better than the Elvish captain. The attacks are just better across the board. The difference is the captain has the leadership ability, which means that units next to it will attack with a bonus. So adjacent units of a lower level do more damage in battle. I normally just don't use captains. But in this case, we're having a hard time getting to the point where we can consistently level units up. So having an Elvish captain that will help our level 1 units attack better might actually be useful. And if the Elvish captain levels up again to level 3, it just gets better. Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards that, David. The beats are, in fact, so bad. I agree. And let's see, how's the hit points? Yeah, he's got 3 less hit points than the Elvish hero, which is not a lot and not really enough for me to care. I think this is going to help us get more level 2s more quickly, which is going to be really important. So I think we're going to go with the Elvish captain here. Yeah, let's do it. It only works on adjacent folks, so there's nothing to be gained this turn by that. Is that what I want to do? I don't think it is. Let's do this. Alright. That's pretty good. Let's do this. Let's take a look at some things here. How far can you move? So it looks like our archer and our horsemen are going to be caught in the crossfire next turn. But moving here is safe. Very nice. And then I can put you here. And that's mostly... Well, okay, well, then we put you here. Perfect. Y'all need to move. I might have forgotten to move them last turn. The weird magician has joined this chat. Hello. I think I've figured out who everyone is at this point. Hey, what do you think you're doing? I didn't see that. Oh, you think you can get away? That's funny. I didn't see that you had done that. I am avoiding him because I don't really want to fight him right now. Yeah. This is fine. This is fine. Yes, Jean Valjean. Perfect. I'm glad you could join this chat and this game experience. Not surprised there. Don't really mind. Not a huge Horseman fan, although I'll probably recruit another one because once they level up, they're pretty good. You know, it's just how it is. So this is actually really nice because we get to use our captain to inflict some damage. The question is, how do we inflict the most damage? So if he's here, that means that one attacker. If I push him here, we can get these two. I don't think there's a space where we get 3. So we're going to do that. And fighters, maybe not what we want to be doing right now. Put you there, put you there. Let's go archer here. And archer here. And then we'll finish him off over here. Or we won't finish him off, and that's just fine. Archer here. Red mage here. God, I love Magi. Pop. This is danger moment. Because these are all level 2s. Which means they can just inflict a large amount of damage. But we're starting to surround, and I'd rather have my level 2 in the position to be... Yeah. Oh, this is... Okay, so we can get our scout this kill. Which allows us to pull in to here. And here. We're not doing that. That is a trap, moving him here. We're going to move you here. You're going to kill him. Thank you. Finally get these guys across the river. We're gonna reconvene over here. Here's the question. Only one of you can get there, so we're gonna take a chance. Yeah. Okay, fine. Captain goes here. Disappointment. Hey! Wow! Hey there, boy Beatus. Alright, we're getting it. It's getting pretty fun up here in the chat. Yeah, how you doing? Alright. Let's start with this. And then pull around with... Oh, actually. Oh, I didn't even think about that. I can keep moving him around. So... You go here. You go here. And then here. Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. Haven't left my house in... We've got a little whiteboard out in our main room, and we're tallying up how long it's been since we've left the house. Other than for like going to walk around the block. It's been, I think, 8 days for me. And we haven't broken the sort of the agreement to do social distancing. We've stayed roughly in our house, other than necessary trips to the grocery store, for the last 16 days. So yeah, I have discovered that I need a new desk chair, because this desk chair is not very comfortable, and I've been sitting in it for about 10 hours a day, trying to finish up some stuff for my major. But that's just how it is. Okay, so there's not a lot of tactical advantage to be gained by getting the ranger in this particular encounter, other than the melee attack is better than the marksman. And given that the orcs are going to attack a lot with melee, I'm going to go with the ranger because it's just more versatile. Glad to see that that worked out, actually, which I wasn't exactly expecting. This is a little bit interesting. We're kind of in an odd position, I'll say. So we're going to go ahead and throw our shaman on the house and this other shaman next to it to heal from the other shaman. And now he's slowed, which is good. Hit him with a couple ranged attacks. Try and weaken him down a little bit. And that's going to do it there. Move you up a little bit. At this point, we're mostly going to ignore what's going on over here until we can get... The next step is to get these 5 merfolk all together, healed up, and then we're going to go and free the rest of them. And that'll give us enough troops that we'll go up and recover the scepter here, and then we'll be able to take out blue. We got 11 turns left. I think we can do all of that in 11 turns. Let's just check. Oh yeah, we'll be fine. Well, fine is maybe not the right word. It's going to be... I think it's going to be fine. We're running close on turns there. Yeah, and for next units. I am aware. Right now I'm mostly eyeballing it because there are a lot of units that have not acted, but I don't necessarily want them to. But you are correct. That will make sure that I don't miss anything. Okay, so we have some options here. I think I'm gonna... try and deal with you. Oh, come on. Alright, well the shaman gets it then. And then we'll try and keep him slowed. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna go there. We're gonna move our captain up here. Yeah. That's a good... I had forgotten about spacebar, so I will do that. We're gonna try and take out the level 2 because he's causing problems. But first we are gonna switch these guys around and move you up here. I'm gonna take the wolf out and then we can deal with you. Okay, not this turn then. Alright, let's start heading up north for the last cage. I'm gonna leave you there. Yeah, okay. Darn, okay. Not the end of the world. How close are you to leveling up? If I'm doing math correctly, if you kill him, this will actually just level you up. Nice. We're gonna... I want a troop of probably We'll do 2 rangers, and then the third will be a marksman, and then we'll alternate back and forth. But the versatility of the rangers, I don't know how I can... I can't emphasize it enough. Sometimes you just roll good. Yeah. Perfect. So this is where having shamans is helpful, because we can move our injured units as far forward as they can to use them efficiently, and then just distribute our shamans around them so they heal. Let's deal with this pesky bugger. We're not going to move too far ahead because we do want to move as a group. But we will move a little bit. Alright, good enough. How much health? 20? So we need to do 20 damage to him. Well, let's get some experience for some folks that don't have any. And then try and level you up. You hit 3 times. Yeah, if you only hit 2, then we'll just get a shaman some experience. Okay, so I think marksman is the next one. That's a good question, actually. In my head, I had been deciding to take care of the blue keep entirely with the myrrh. I think for timing, I think it's going to be possible to sweep the green keep with our land units first. And then, about that time, we will have gotten the scepter up north, and so we can kind of attack the blue keep from 2 fronts. We also won't need all of our land troops to take the green keep, so I might just send the rider back down once it's clear that we're going to take the green keep. I think that makes the most sense. And actually, I can kind of start that process. He's only got 2 units now. We're not going to need all of these to take him. So I'll send my rangers up north and keep everyone else on this path going this way. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah, I know. Only 8 turns. It's going to be a little bit rough to get everyone. So I think splitting it here makes the most sense. We do only need to kill 1 keep. We don't need to kill them both. So we only need to kill 1 of them. Aw, boo. But that did pull the Naga, and I'm not too worried about the elf dying in the day. I think next turn I'm gonna have to retreat him back, but I think that's gonna be okay. And it pulled the Naga off away from my merfolk, which is nice. All right. Oh, okay. That's fine. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Perfect. Look at that. Very nice. So you there. This is nice. If we can keep him in the water, he'll be at a pretty big disadvantage due to his terrain. So I'm going to move you up there. Okay. Well, hang on. Let's check that. Alright, so they're going to be able to attack. So there's no point in hiding it. As long as we keep our injured units in the back, we should be in reasonable shape to take out these two. And I think what's going to end up happening, hopefully, is the first thing I do is I send one of these up to grab the cage, and then we have reinforcements right there. 6 turns. Alright, it's going to be close, but I think we can do it. And I am going to get a horseman because they will recall for less. And also I might be able to come out and get some of these houses that I haven't gotten yet. Okay. Oh, good, he survived. Alright, so we did a couple of things that I wanted to. We kept him in the water, and we kept him alive. No one can run up and grab that, which is not ideal, but I think it's going to be okay. The question is, do I try and focus on killing this one in such a way that he can level up? Or do I just... I think I have to. Not sure. I'll come back to that. Let's start down here. So, I mean, first of all, let's do this. Actually, my intention is to kill him this turn. And the king can't make it to the water. So we're going to put him in the water. You put a fire mage in a water, and this is exactly what happens. I'm not going to give Gwimli one of the kills. Gwimli doesn't need the experience. Gwimli has perfect health. Alright, we're in worse shape than I thought here now. Alright. This is fine. Yeah, retreat probably would have made the most sense there. As it stands, I think what's going to end up happening is the wolf and the warrior are going to team up on this fighter, and the fighter's going to die because he's sitting on sand with 22 hit points. Alternatively, the wolf and the warrior team up on my red mage, and I don't think they can actually kill him because he's got enough hit points as level 2. Yeah, he's got 48 hit points, which I think is going to save him. Because it's only dusk, it's not full night. So it's straight 6-3 and 5-3 because it's halved. So I think he's going to be all right. I'm more concerned about the fighter, honestly. But let's try and figure out what to do over here. One thing we could do is move him up one space, and then attack, and hopefully that's enough that we can get the kill. 6-3, 50% chance of 6-3. It's not great. The odds are not great. I'm gonna be honest here. Because, so essentially, the way I'm thinking about it, we've got 6-3 twice, but both are 50%, so we're gonna average 18 damage on this guy with the 2 before the one that needs to take the kill. At which point, 18 damage leaves 12, so we need to hit 2 out of 3 times with him, and a single hit back kills us. Alternatively, we can get 4 of them around this one, he's got 36 health. Well, okay, so if we think about it, we've got this one that has 36 health, which means we need to hit 6 times. We can get 4 around him. I think it's about the same. I think that might actually be worse. Yeah, okay. We're gonna go for this guy here. And we're just gonna hope and try and get lucky here. It's a good start. Not mad about that. Not mad about that at all. Perfect. Here we go. Here we go. Because now we get units with ranged attacks. I'm gonna send him up because he's about to level up. Then you're at 13. Yeah, perfect. Let's go. Here we go. So now we just need to get all grouped up again, and then I think this army of merfolk can take out what's left over here, especially as we start to move these units up further. We've got 5 turns left. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Generic fighter died. The problem is that kills him, and I don't necessarily... I want to try and spread out some of the experience points here. Oh well. Alright, I guess we get to spread out some of the experience points here. Balls. I do kind of want to wait until it's daytime to attack. I forget how many turns. That's first watch. Okay, so there's two. So first watch, second watch, and then... Okay, so let's get into position here and try and take some houses. Protect our injured units. Yeah. Keep you there, keep you there. Stay, 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 stay. I'm gonna keep you there. Stay. Alright. We're gonna pick up the fucking trident, let me tell you. Because now we can throw lightning. Super useful, let me tell you. Boo. There you go. Okay. We've only got 3 turns to do this, so we do need to close in here. I just don't want to get in range of him, because it will be brutal. Okay, he's only level 2. But, so basically he can hit anywhere on the island, so we need to stay at least 1 hex off the island. Yeah, I kind of saw that coming. Don't care. Oh, that was almost really bad. And we can take him this turn. Famous last words. I just want a level 2 shaman. But this is greedy, right, guys? Right? Like, that's greedy. Yeah, that's too greedy. It's a 40%er. Yeah, that would have been way too greedy. Oh, that didn't work the way I wanted it to. We might lose our red mage here. Oh, wait, no, I can do this. Okay. Yep. Got there at the same time you did. Alright, to be honest, I just want to keep him alive. Alright, we do need to pressure him, though. So let's go ahead and move in and start pressuring. Actually, we're going to pressure next turn, because our lawful units will get a bonus, and he will have a detriment. Right now it's a little bit too even. Okay. Again, we're just gonna back it up a little bit here.
But how could this be happening to me?
Who was that idiot? Yeah, you and me both. Alright, it looks like we're gonna get this in just enough turns. Holy cow. Stay put. Yeah, stay put. Oh! I could use the shaman to slow the wolf. What do we think? I mean, that also blocks off the red mage from the wolf. It gets some more experience points, right? No, maybe it's better here so I have the double heal. Bad beats is true. Even if we miss, though, even if the wolf isn't slowed, I think that the zone of controls mean that he can't move. Right? Like, I think I can check that. Yeah, so it cuts him off from hitting the red mage no matter what. And we didn't miss. Perfect. And it means that now his attacks are crippled as well, which should help mitigate any damage that he can do. Like, worst case scenario, these two team up on my rider, and now his attacks are much less. Okay, I like how that works. Perfect. Okay, so now let's just make sure that we don't lose. Pop you over there. You go here. Boo! Why? Okay. We're gonna grab a druid here. The elvish sorceress. It's the equivalent of the white and red mage. The druid is essentially a white mage. The sorceress is essentially a red mage. But I get shamans because I want healing units. Sorceresses cannot heal. So at the very least, the first one I want is a druid. We have mages for the magic attacks. So I'll give it just a second to wait and see if other people have other ideas, but we're probably getting a druid in this situation. It means we can cure now, and they're going to heal +8 instead of +4. Yeah, druid it is. Now let's just wipe out this last remaining wolf here. Nice. Take that house. Move you there. Move up here. Take over the keep so that he can't recruit more units. That's useful. Unfortunately, he needs 3 experience to level up, and this is only a level 2, so just surviving combat doesn't level us up, which is unfortunate. But we've got... So, if I think I can kill him this turn, this is a good play, because we can do 17 damage here and just go in. If I don't think I can kill him this turn, this is a terrible play because it means I'm going to lose my trident right here, right now. I mean, I'm going to try and make sure that Gwimli doesn't die, but we're going to see, right? Like, I don't know. It looks like I can surround him this turn. Yeah. He's got 44 health. I think we can take him this turn. So let's move people into position first. Figure out how exactly we're doing this. Okay, we can't quite surround him. Oh yeah, we can. I think we can do this. So we'll start with the lightning, follow it up with the water spray, basically do ranged attacks first, and see where that leaves us. And we're going to try and give Gwimli the experience so that he levels up. Okay. I think it's just now. Yeah, I think we got this, guys. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, that was close. David, we almost lost Gwimli. Yeah, okay, we'll get XP from the Naga, but holy that was close. Alright, I'm happy with that.
My lord, you may need the help of us who have the skill in the sea in the future. We would like to come with you and offer our service, or offer you help.
You may now recruit the noble merfolk.
Now where is Delphador? I hope he's safe.
I am perfectly safe, friend.
There you are. I'm so glad you are all right. Now we may have a little rest.
I'm afraid there is no time for rest, Conrad. Ashavir has laid siege to Elzenfar, breaking the century-old treaty between Wesnoth and the Ellens.
Why would you name something that? Ellens. Yeah.
The Ellen city-state. If the city falls, there is no telling how many other lands she may swallow up.
Oh no. What shall we do?
You must lead your men to the city, help defend it, or recapture it if it falls before you arrive.
I must do that. But what about you, Delphador? You're coming with me, right?
I am afraid not, Conrad. I have come across some important documents and must make haste with them to the Elven Council. It seems that the time to stop Ashavir is shorter than I had thought.
But Delphador, I can't do it on my own.
On your own? My lord, we, your loyal soldiers, will support you. You will prevail. I have faith in you. Head north. Elzenfar is but 3 days' travel if you make haste.
Very well, but how do I get there?
There are 2 ways to go, by ship or on foot. Each has its own dangers. You must choose between them.
Okay, so this is where we get to choose kind of what our next encounter is going to be. I think you're right, David. I don't think Conrad can do this on his own. I think he's a little wimp right now. I don't remember exactly which one is which, but one of them, and maybe the smartest can help me out here. I think if we walk, we run into a swamp with some undead. And I don't remember what the scenario going by sea is. Do you remember at all what going by sea gets us? Okay, so it's undead either way. Do both scenarios have Fog of War, or is it only the shipwreck that has Fog of War? David makes a good point, in that the going by sea probably lets us use the merfolk more effectively. I think both scenarios are set up to allow us to use merfolk well. Let's go by sea. Or, well, chat, what do you think? Sea or walk? And David, merfolk get reasonable terrain bonuses in swamp, in marsh terrain. Yeah, same. I think I've almost always gone by foot. C? Voting for C? Alright. David, what do you think? sounds like you also want us to go by sea. All right, we're going by sea. Spoiler alert, we do not get a little rest.
Safe voyage to you then, Conrad. May the weather be fair.
All right. Not bad, y'all, not bad. We'll go through sort of the lead up to the next scenario, and then I'll call it there, and we'll hang out and chat for a little bit longer, but I'm gonna stop streaming Wesnoth.
But the voyage did not go as smoothly as had been hoped. A storm blew up and bore down on the ship. Though all hands were on deck working desperately, a sudden gust of wind flung Conrad overboard as he attempted to secure the sails. Oh, I think this one we don't get to recall anyone. Oh no. The merfolk finally saved Conrad from the sea, but were unable to get him back to the ship. By dint of great effort, they reached a nearby island. Whew, I survived. But now where am I? Is this island inhabited?
We have heard only the worst things about this place, my lord. It is said that the legions of the undead have come here in great numbers and have devastated the island into an ugly wasteland.
Let us hope these rumors are not true. I have none of my men or gold with me. How could I defend myself?
There are still some bands of humans hiding on the island, my lord. If you recruit some of them to help, we might have some hope of holding off the undead hordes.
Maybe we can make a deal. Help us defeat those evil creatures. You may use our gold reserves to lead us.
We get 100 gold. Alright, so we can recall our mermen, but that's it. There are 2 enemies, but we'll take a look at this in greater detail next time. So I'm going to go ahead and quit to main menu here. We'll save first. I think it's already auto-saved, but, you know, we'll save anyway. Quit to main menu. Yes. All right. Okay, guys. How you doing? How's everyone doing? That's just about perfect for time. I think 3 hours is about right for what I want to do with this. This is my literal first time streaming, so I'd love to hear feedback about how everything was. Was the audio well balanced? Was the music too loud? Was my voice not loud enough? Was the little cutout of me too small in the corner? Yeah, David, I've heard there's a freeloader in your house. I'm really sorry. He's probably just like, he might be there a while. I'm gonna move you guys so that I can keep hold of this. Oh, we lost the webcam. It's gonna come back. I promise. Don't worry about it. It's almost there. I'm almost there. Okay, there we go. There. Yeah, so right now I've got 2 monitors, right? And so I'm playing the game over here, and normally my camera's right below the game, and then I've got chat all the way over here. So it's... Come on. There we go. So it's a little bit... It's kind of hard to switch between casually. I think I can change that a little bit and make it a little bit better. I can move chat over a touch so that it at least right now I've got chat set up all the way on the right hand side of the rightmost monitor. I can pop it over to the left side, and that should work. I'll have to rejigger a couple of other things, but I think that'll work. And then I'm only moving my vantage point a little bit. Yeah, that might help with that. I was a little worried that my cutout in game was going to be a little bit small, so I'd love to hear feedback on that. It's hard because I don't want to obscure useful information to people who are watching the game and want to learn the gameplay. So, and because you can't scroll past the edges of the map, making myself much bigger cuts off portions of the map. But I can try and find a workaround if you would like more of me. I don't know if people want more of me. Okay. There's not I can't think of a great way of doing it without significantly shrinking the game in stream. Okay, good. The way that I'm getting camera is interesting. Entirely with reverse gravity. Wow. I'll have to run that past my roommates because they might not be super happy. You saw Maddie wasn't, like, I think she might have a concussion now, which is really a shame. But yeah, it's kind of interesting how I'm getting this the what you see of me, because I don't have a camera, and I'm on a desktop, so it doesn't have a webcam. So I have figured out how to stream my phone's camera over Wi-Fi to my computer, so my computer thinks it's a webcam, which can then be picked up by OBS, the software that I'm using to stream with. So it's a roundabout thing, but it means that I can move the camera pretty easily. The only problem is that you'll notice that the camera angle is sort of up at me. I would much prefer it if it was down at me, but I need to figure out how I don't have a phone clamp to clamp my phone to the top of my monitor or anything like that right now, so that's some improvements that will hopefully happen if I keep doing this. Use tape. Yeah, great. Perfect. Yeah. Duct tape solves all problems too. Or the fan. So that won't quite work because then the camera's behind me, but I appreciate the creativity. I really do. Let's see. I got some options, but the other thing is I'm only in this room for the next 2 months, and then I'll be moving somewhere else, so I don't want to put in a whole lot of work trying to figure out a permanent setup when I'm just going to move. So I kind of like this. I'm going to be honest. This was a lot of fun. I'll probably keep doing this for the next little bit, and if I keep doing it into the fall, then I'll get a better permanent setup. I hope it was enjoyable for the couple of you guys in chat. Thanks for joining me. We'll make it through this campaign for sure, and then we might keep playing some Wesnoth. I've got a couple of other games I'd like to play also that I might do on stream. Yeah. Yeah. This was fun. This was a lot of fun. But, yeah. Yeah, I figured. It took me, I'm gonna be honest, it took me a while to figure out who Chris was in chat. Because, Chris, your username is one that I could see Garrett using also. It was also nice the number of people that stopped by. A couple of my friends from college, a couple of my friends, yeah, from Garrett. Garrett, I'm glad you are. I'm glad you're still here. You weren't super active in chat, so I thought maybe you'd disappeared. Hang on, I'm gonna pull up because I haven't figured out a great way of doing a lot of things, but like I don't have the stream up while I'm here, so I don't actually know how many people are watching or are in chat. So let me just pull that up. How many folks we got right now? 2 whole people. Yeah, I was shocked that we had a rando. But that's kind of cool. Okay, I think I see Tristan. And I don't know. I don't know who Commander Root is, I'm gonna be honest. Oh, that might be. Commander Root might just be a rando who was here for a while. They look like they're a more professional Twitch streamer. Anyway. What was his username? I didn't catch that. No, I can't go up that far. Oh well. I'll catch it on the VOD or something. Anyway. Okay, so if audio was well balanced, then that's good to hear. Let me know if you want me to, obviously let me know if you want me to turn the music up or down in comparison to my voice, because I can jigger that on the fly pretty easily. I can turn gravity on and off on the fly as we need to. What else? Yeah, this was fun. I think I'm gonna try and do this on Thursdays at the for the next little bit. That'll probably change, but for the next little bit, I'll try and stream on Thursdays and see what happens. Which actually works out pretty well because I'm busy until next Wednesday. Yeah, I do. Well, so here's the thing. You're nerds. I'm a nerd. I like watching Critical Role, which is also on Thursdays, so I don't want to run into their time slot. Which, I mean, we could just start a little bit earlier because they start at 9 Central. And if we run from 6 to 9 Central, that could work, and then I can just pop over to them. But at least for now, they're on break because the world is on break right now, as it turns out. So, there's nothing happening on Thursday nights. Well, okay, so WoW raids. That's maybe a reason to not. Crit roll to sponsor me? No. No, 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 no. They're running like repeat reruns on their Twitch channel constantly. They no, 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 no. That would never happen. So at the very least, I'm busy until next Wednesday night. I guess I could stream. I probably won't. I'm defending my undergraduate thesis next Thursday, so I gotta prep for that a significant amount. But so next week it's gonna be Thursday again. I might do Tuesday, Thursday. After that, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, thanks. I'll make sure to send out a link to folks who are interested, who want to remote into my honors defense. It's gonna be a time. Of course you raid Tuesday, Thursday. Yeah, he misunderstood the question, but it looks like he raids on Tuesday and Thursday. So those were the days I was thinking of, because I have class on Monday and Tuesday, Monday night and Tuesday morning. So Tuesday night is a good night to stream because I have no homework due. And then this particular Wednesday is not good for me because I'll be giving my defense and I'll probably want to not do anything that night. Thursdays just end up being a decent day for me. And then Fridays I need to start doing homework for the next Monday and Tuesday class. So it's probably going to end up being Tuesday, Thursday for the next little bit. Maybe in the summer I'll change that. But you know, just have me on in the background. I don't know, or don't. Like you do. I don't know if Twitch will automatically save the VOD for this, so you could just catch up as you want after that or whatever. If this content is even entertaining enough to watch when you're not live interacting with me, and I would not blame you if it's not. Yeah, that would be bad. I would not like that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and log off now. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I really appreciate this first learning process as we go through figuring out how to make a Twitch channel. And my brand new haircut that I gave myself that is not exactly the best thing in the world and now will live on in infamy on the internet. Yeah, this was fun. Thank you again. And keep washing your hands.